One of my favorite themes from your book, you said you never make it, you're always trying to make it. And you alluded to that a little bit earlier today. Can you explain a little bit about that mentality of you never make it, you're always trying to make it, and how that was such a big part of your success?
Okay, the line is this: I'll never be as great as I want to be, but I'm willing to spend my entire life trying to be as great as I can be. I'll never be as great as I want to be. I accept that because my goals are way out there. But I'm willing to spend the rest of my life trying to be as great as I can be. And that's like a running back in football. These guys are monsters. The most massive, incredible athletes. But they don't score touchdowns every time they get the ball. Spend their entire career, play by play, game by game, season by season, trying to get in the end zone. They're trying. Sometimes they get 10 yards, sometimes they get 2, sometimes they get minus. Sometimes they fumble, sometimes they break their leg. They're always focused on the end zone. And that I call the human condition. You accept that life is about adapt or die. You know, you can be as prepared as you want. If you're talking about football, think about Tom Brady, 7 Super Bowl rings. This guy's mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually so prepared before he even steps on the field. But when he gets on that line and that ball's hiked, I call it adapt or die. You don't know what the hell's coming at you. They're trying to fool you on the other side of that line. They're designed to fool you. Sometimes he might get sacked. Sometimes he might throw an interception. Sometimes he might fumble. That's his worst nightmare. But that guy is exactly what I'm talking about. You can see him angry, but you see him immediately readjust and go, what's my North Star here? Score a touchdown. Get in the end zone. So what did I just learn, and how can I be the best person I can be? Trying to be the best that you can be. Once you accept that, then you're not boggled and weighed down and frozen in a place of like, oh my God, I messed up.
Yeah,
I mean,
good.
shit's gonna happen, man. Shit's gonna happen. When you feel the power of, all right, that just happened, what's my North Star? And you've experienced how, my God, you can get out of that dark place very quickly and go to what is your main focus is to win. This is where you pivot from being a child to an adult. And this is a very, very hard transition that people will have, because if you don't make that transition, you're frozen in life. You're absolutely frozen in that place.
I've heard that Tom Brady also texted his players every single day to remind them that they were going to win the Super Bowl in the lead up. I mean, little things like that, just planting that seed. It's why leaders like Elon Musk are so successful at bringing the right people to them, because they have that mission.
Exactly.
Let them be as great as they can be.
Exactly. These guys are team players. It's not about me, it's about we. Recently, Tom Brady at a golf tournament in the summer, you know, out in the parking lot doing wind sprints. Somebody said, what are you doing, man? You gotta go in, you gotta do something. So I'm practicing for the Super Bowl. He's going like, Super Bowl? It's June. This guy, I've always thought, he mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually is always thinking of the Super Bowl 24/7. That's a winning attitude, and he's a team player. And this is a very huge distinction. In order to me to be the drummer I became, or I'm still trying to be, oh my God, it was all about me. Practicing 8 hours a day. Day I graduated high school. Practice, practice, practice. Me. How do I sound? How do I look? What do you think, Teach? What do you think? What do you think? That's fine, but in order to be really successful and stay successful, you pivot from it's not about me. How do I serve the artist that I'm working with, the band? How do I become the greatest drummer I can possibly be for that guy's music, that band? How do I serve the musicians, the producer, the engineer, the record label? Serve you, serve me, serve everybody. What can I do? And the North Star is this: to get the song on the radio to be a #1 hit single. It's not about me. Get the song on the radio to be #1. That might mean don't play at all.